Osama bin Laden was born in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in 1957. He was one of many children in a wealthy family. His father, Mohammed bin Awad bin Laden, was a construction magnate with close ties to the Saudi royal family. This provided young Osama with a privileged upbringing and access to the best education. However, bin Laden's path would soon diverge from the world of business and luxury. He became increasingly radicalized during his university years, influenced by the political turmoil in the Middle East. The Soviet invasion of Afghanistan in 1979 proved to be a turning point in bin Laden's life. He viewed the Soviet incursion as an attack on Islam and traveled to Afghanistan to join the resistance. He used his family's wealth and connections to funnel money, weapons, and foreign fighters to the Afghan Mujahideen. It was during this time that bin Laden honed his skills as a militant leader and developed his ideology of violent jihad. In 1991, he was expelled from Saudi Arabia and found refuge in Sudan, deepening his resentment towards the West and the Saudi regime. Sudan provided a safe haven for bin Laden to consolidate his resources and build his network. It was here that he formally founded Al-Qaeda, meaning the base in Arabic, in 1988. Al-Qaeda was conceived as a global network of jihadists, united by their hatred of the West and their commitment to establishing a global Islamic caliphate. Bin Laden's wealth, charisma and experience in Afghanistan attracted a diverse range of recruits to Al-Qaeda. He established training camps in Sudan and Afghanistan, where recruits received ideological indoctrination and instruction in terrorist tactics. From the outset, Al-Qaeda declared war on the United States, identifying it as the primary obstacle to its vision of a global caliphate. Bin Laden issued fatwas or religious decrees, calling for attacks on American interests worldwide. He justified these attacks as a response to U.S. military presence in the Middle East, its support for Israel and its perceived oppression of Muslims. Al-Qaeda's early attacks, such as the 1993 bombing of the World Trade Center in New York City, demonstrated its global reach and its willingness to inflict mass casualties. These attacks were only a prelude to the horror that would unfold on September 11, 2001. The September 11th attacks remain etched in the collective memory of the world as a day of unimaginable horror and loss. Orchestrated by bin Laden and Al-Qaeda, these attacks targeted symbols of American economic and military might. 19 Al-Qaeda operatives hijacked 4 planes carrying out suicide attacks. 2 planes crashed into the Twin Towers, causing their collapse and killing thousands. Another plane struck the Pentagon, while the 4th crashed in Pennsylvania after passengers fought back. Nearly 3,000 people from over 90 countries perished. The attacks had profound political, economic, and social consequences. The U.S. launched the War on Terror, invading Afghanistan and toppling the Taliban. The attacks led to increased security measures and heightened surveillance worldwide. Following the September 11th attacks, Osama bin Laden became the world's most wanted fugitive. The United States launched a massive manhunt spanning continents, lasting nearly a decade. The CIA pursued leads from Afghanistan and Pakistan to the Middle East and Africa. Bin Laden evaded detection, hiding in remote tribal areas along the Afghanistan-Pakistan border. He communicated through couriers and relied on loyalists. The NSA intercepted and analyzed electronic communications. In 2011, analysts identified a suspicious compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. Its size, security features, and lack of internet raised suspicions. On May 2, 2011, a team of U.S. Navy SEALs conducted a daring raid on the Abbottabad compound. The raid, authorized by President Barack Obama, resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden. His body was flown to Afghanistan for identification and then buried at sea within 24 hours, in accordance with Islamic tradition. Bin Laden's death was a major victory in the fight against terrorism. It dealt a significant blow to Al-Qaeda, depriving the organization of its charismatic leader and strategist. However, bin Laden's legacy of terror continues to haunt the world. Al-Qaeda, though weakened, remains a threat, as do its various affiliates and offshoots around the globe. The ideology of violent jihad that bin Laden espoused continues to inspire and motivate extremists. His use of propaganda, including videos and online messages, proved highly effective in recruiting followers and spreading his message of hate. While the death of bin Laden marked a turning point, the world continues to grapple with the threat posed by radical ideologies and the groups that espouse them.